through your freedom.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
But wait, there's more. You bet. Here we are. Folks, there's always more when it comes to SHTF, tyrants, and their never-ending, unending crap they throw at us. Yeah, this battle between freedom and faucet. What a choice. I mean, literally, I can rely on myself. I can think for myself. I have a constitution, a justice system, an economy, other like-minded freedom people, and then you have little centralized power, top-down tyrants like Dr. Dipstick. Yeah, maybe that's a name. Hey, Mr. T, Dr. Dipstick. Anyways, I wanted to give you some more. It's just like, I was like, you know, there's more to this today. Just today, there's more to this. In Canada, guess what they've come up with? Canada is a big piece of the fight, folks, believe it or not. Because Canada has much of America's energy because we rely on each other geographically, right? It's part of the same Anglo thought, control, freedom. See, Canada was founded, folks, under the idea of freedom also. They didn't have the revolution the way we did, but the rights of men. That was a big part of common law. The rights of men, right? We have rights. We don't have government permission. The government is not sovereign. The government is servant. Well, in Quebec, folks, as part of this war between Dr. Dipstick and his ilk and mentality and freedom, in Quebec, they have now banned those who do not get the juice. You know, the Jim Jones juice. If you don't get it, you are now banned from buying groceries unless, folks, unless you are accompanied by a health warden who will ensure that these unjuicinated people only buy food and medicine. Now, see, I was reading the Canadian Constitution the other day, and I remember reading in the section, it was Article 7, Clause 3, subsection 46, where it says the government has absolute authority over people's ability to go shopping for socks, underwear, flip-flops, and anything else the government decides should be banned. I mean, that's a joke, of course, right? This is a freaking joke. What is a health warden? The government has created health wardens in Canada to accompany, folks, the unjuicinated. Now, here's a question. Are the health wardens, do they have to wear 2 masks or 3 to protect themselves? Because we know how effective masks are, right? Do health wardens, do they have to be fully juicinated, fully juice boosted? What special protective equipment are they going to have to wear? Like a full bio plastic suit, bright yellow with the full head and the clear vision thing and the oxygen tanks? Because if they're going to be around people who are unjuicinated all day, accompanying them through stores while they buy only food and only medicine, this is incredibly insane, right? Oh, they're so dangerous. Well, they're either dangerous or they're not. If they're not dangerous, don't let them in food stores at all. Hell, you're assuming authority in Canada for the government that they can tell people you're only allowed to do this and you're only allowed to do that. It's not anywhere in the Constitution, folks. This is a bunch of made up horse shit, right? If they have the power to say you're not allowed to shop except to buy these items, they have the power to say you're not allowed to shop at all. You have to hire government controlled health wardens to do your shopping for you. If they're there to buy food, what makes people think they have a right to buy food in Canada? Someone else can provide it and bring it to your doorstep and set it down. And this thing about they'll only ensure they buy food and medicine in the United States of America. That's you, that's me, that's us. Mom, don't listen to this. It's going to scare you. In the United States of America, they are telling people who are unjuicinated, who have not drank the Jim Jones Kool-Aid, if you have not, you are being denied medical services. Basic medical services, operations, they're being taken off of organ donation lists, waiting lists. They're deciding, folks, that you get to die. Healthcare providers are deciding who gets to live and who gets to die. So in Canada, why are you letting these people buy medicine? Clearly they want to die because they're unjuicinated. Clearly they haven't got Jim Jones's Kool-Aid coursing their veins, so they must want to die. So why are you allowing them in to buy food and medicine? Why don't you just allow them in to buy food and that's it? And say, well, since you don't want to participate in the Jim Jones system with Dr. Plunger, if you don't want to play Dr. Plunger's rules, then you don't get any medicine. That's what they're doing down in the US. In places, certain doctors are saying, you don't get any medical help because you have refused to listen to Dr. Drippy Faucet, Dr. Plunger, Dr. Butt Plunger. No, 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 you don't get any medicine. Folks, this is a war. When I saw this article pop up, I had to come back. There's always more. It is freedom, truckers for freedom, right? Canadians for freedom, Americans for freedom, regular people for freedom, working Joe for freedom. We want freedom, eh? And then you've got the tyrants demanding you do what they want, to take an experimental Kool-Aid. In the 70s, they took the experimental Kool-Aid, Jim Jones' own secret formula. Killed them. You have a right, folks, a right to life in America and in Canada. But this is what they're doing. You need a health warden to go get food and medicine only. What happens if they change that? You're not allowed to buy food. You can only come in to buy medicine. What happens if they say you're not allowed to buy medicine because you are not doing what the health system is demanding? Really? The private medical industry can deny health services? Oh, I guess the government can too, because the government is the thing that authorizes healthcare services in Canada. It is going to get worse, folks. This demand for freedom by free people, truckers and the like, and this demand by tyrants that you obey them. Now, what gets me is these people working in these stores are putting up with this. What choice do they have? They need jobs. They need money. They have to buy food for their families. Right now, are unjuicinated people allowed to work in major retailers in Canada? Or is everyone required to get the Jim Jones juice or you're fired? Well, we know it's true for truckers, but can unjuicinated people work in Canada in stores that don't allow unjuicinated people to come in unless they're accompanied by a health warden? Look how ridiculous this is. Ireland, Scotland, not Scotland, England, Denmark, Sweden, Czech Republic, who else? What other countries have said no more regulations, rules, masks, or mandates? We're done. It's over. The fight in those countries is over. You can say, well, you know those crazy Czechs. Oh, you know those crazy Swedes. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing, even though they're more alive than anyone else. They're just kind of stupid when it comes to immigrants. More. But the Irish and the English, they speak English. They have common law foundations. They figured it out. So if your country has common law rights to life, hello, Australia, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness is how it's enshrined in America. Common law. Your common law fundamental rights supersede any statutory creation. period. That's a fact of law. Your right to life supersedes any statute. There is no requirement in any statute that you have to die that you must obey. If you think that the Jim Jones juice is going to kill you, you have a right to object. And they have no right to do what they're doing, but they're pushing this, folks. Why are they pushing it? English-speaking countries are now saying no more. You got that, Australia? Look across a couple oceans back to Britain, back to jolly old England. Ireland have said no more. What are you doing over there, New Zealand and Australia? What are you doing, America? Stand up and fight back with your political opinion, because we do not encourage violence. We don't condone it, anything harmful or dangerous. No, sirree, Bob. But you have a right, folks. You have a right to stand up for your beliefs and for your own lives. For the Constitution, those of you who took an oath, you know what that means. Little drippy boy, Dr. Butt Plunger. Look out. This guy is not going to quit, folks. There's two battles. One for freedom and one for Faucism. I choose freedom. I choose life. Chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours. Get food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Put it into your plan. Be prepared. Oh, Godspeed. Be strong. Semper Fi.